What's good, everyone? It's the one and only NY Phenom. If you guys enjoy NFL NBA content and want to see some gaming content soon, give this video a like. And if you're new, go subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Now let's get into this video. Alright, it's time for the 2019-2020 Minnesota Vikings team preview, man. It is. Speaking about 2018, right? It was a disappointing year, man. Going into that season, a lot of people had the Minnesota Vikings as their favorite to win the entire division. I mean, not even just win the entire division, win the entire conference, and win the Super Bowl. Last year, the course signed Kirk Cousins, and a lot of people thought that was just gonna make the team 10 times better than what they were in 2017, because you gotta remember, in 2017 this was an NFC Championship team. But last year they ended up going 8-7-1, right? They ended up going 8-7-1, and it was just disappointing, man. They still finished second in NFC North, but a lot of people just had higher expectations for the Vikings. Everybody did. But going to this year, it's their second season, right? Kirk Cousins' second season with the team, more chemistry with the group, and we'll see how it plays out. First of all, let's speak about the head coach, Mike Zimmer. You know what he's about, right? Defensive mind, right? Like the Vikings defense last year. The Vikings struggled, but the Vikings defense still put a lot of fear in some offenses last year. So the defense in Minnesota, in my opinion, is still up there with the best defense is in the entire NFL. So Mike Zimmer, we know what he's about. Let's speak about Kirk Cousins, man. We can't speak about the Vikings without speaking about Kirk Cousins. We know about the deal that he signed, right, last year to join Minnesota. A lot of people feel that he's overpaid, but you gotta remember, last year, even though it was a disappointing year, Kirk Cousins still put up 4,000 plus yards, right? 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, had a pretty good completion rating, right? So, Kirk Cousins did all that with a bad offensive line. You guys know I'm not a big stats guy, right? You can easily, stat pad your stats. But in my opinion, we've seen Kirk Cousins. We know that he has the skill to be a good quarterback. We've seen that he's accurate. He has a pretty good arm, right? Not top tier arm, but it's around that Jared Goff, Dak Prescott level type of arm strength. He can make all the reads, right? But what's his biggest thing? His clutchness. He's not known to be clutch. He's known to choke under the pressure. Which I think some of that can be overblown, right? To say that he's not a big-time player in big-time games, I mean, I still think that we need to see a little bit more from that. But, we've seen in the past that, he struggles. He struggles in the key moments. But we know that he has the skill to be a winning quarterback. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out. And, of course, we're going to speak about the offensive line soon. Running back situation. No more Latavius Murray. But Dalvin Cook, there's no doubt that he's going to be a 3-down back. He just is, man. He's probably going to have a big season. Fantasy football is fantasy football time, man. And by the way, I'm dropping a fantasy football video soon about, we're going to speak about the fantasy football league I'm going to open. But anyway, Dalvin Cook, man, he is now officially going to be the 3-down back, man. There's no doubt about it. Of course, they drafted Alexander Madison, right? But in my opinion, Dalvin Cook is still going to be a 3-down back, man. He's going to see as much touches as you've probably ever seen him. Whether that's him rushing the ball, him catching the ball at the backfield, he's going to do it all. Now, that kind of worries me because Dalvin Cook's health has been, not the best since he's entered the NFL. But we know he has a skill set to be a 3-down back. And he should be we talking fantasy football wise, he should be a top 10 running back, honestly, when it comes to fantasy football. To the wide receiver position, man. To the wide receiver position. Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, possibly the best wide receiver duo that we probably have in the game, honestly. I mean, for real. Can we name a better wide receiver duo? Now, we know Adam Thielen is more of a slot guy, but he does bounce outside now and then, right? So, I mean, this is probably the best wide receiver duo that we have in the game. Now, you got the quad threat, well, right? He's there. But, I mean, the wide receiver depth after that, I mean, it's really shaky, man. It's like, yo, the wide receiver depth is bad. I mean, this is bad. And this has been part of the issue, man. It's like if Diggs can't can't make plays, or if Adam Thielen, if he's struggling to make things work in the slot or the outside, man, it's hard to get the wide receivers going because there's really no threats after that. I mean, look at quad threat. Well, of course he has the potential. We've been saying that since he's been in the NFL, right? But the wide receiver depth is just a big issue, in my opinion. If I'm the Vikings, man, right? Michael Crabtree still hasn't signed yet. We thought he was going to sign with the Arizona Cardinals. He's still a free agent. If I'm Minnesota, I'm calling on the phone, man. I'm like, yo, Crabtree, you trying to sign for a 1-year deal to put us over the top? That's exactly who y'all need, right? There's wide receivers in the free agency market right now. You guys need to go after a few, like for real. That's how I feel about the wide receiver position. Good up front, depth terrible. Tight end position, man, this is gonna be insane. This is interesting. So you guys re-signed Kyle Rudolph, right? He's been there for the longest, been a solid tight end for y'all, right? So you guys got Kyle Rudolph there. And then the big thing, you guys drafted Irv Smith Jr., right? He was going in the draft, right? That's one of the best tight ends in the draft. So it was kind of interesting to see you guys re-sign Kyle Rudolph, but I kind of like it. You're going to see a lot more 2 tight end sets, and I think that's going to help, especially with the lack of depth at the wide receiver position. So expect a lot of 2 tight end sets with Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith Jr. That's going to be interesting to see, man. It really is. So I'm liking the I'm liking the tight end. I'm liking the tight end play. Kyle Rudolph has proven that he's a really good starting caliber tight end. Irv Smith Jr., he's one of the best tight end prospects in this draft, right? All right. So I mean, offense. Oh yeah. By the way, can't speak about the Vikings without mentioning this. The X factor of the team has been like that for the past 2 seasons. The offensive line. This offensive line, we know what it's about. In my opinion, this is what's derailed the team. The biggest part that derailed the team last year is the offensive line. You gotta protect. You gotta protect the QB, and you gotta help the run game. And especially last year with how many times they dropped back and threw the ball. And now we know that the Vikings offensive line coach did pass away before the season last year. So, that definitely had to play a big part in, the offensive line play, taking a dip. So, the offensive line, they did draft Garrett Bradbury to be the starting center. We'll see how that plays out. But it's a lot of the same players. Riley Reef at the left tackle position, Pat Elflein left guard, Brian O'Neill is the right tackle. So you're seeing a lot of the same names. We'll see how it plays out, man. You're gonna need the offensive line to improve. They really are. Defensive side, that's it for the offense stuff. Offense, look, the depth kind of concerns me. The depth really concerns me. The depth, not depth. The depth concerns me of the offense. I mean, they got star players everywhere, but the depth behind it, like the depth behind Dalvin Cook is, you got a rookie that might come in and make an immediate impact. You got Amir Abdullah. So maybe you got some decent depth, but I don't expect any of those 2 players to be Latavius Murray. Of course, Kirk Cousins is who y'all leaning on. You got good tight end depth in Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith Jr. So you guys are solid right there. But like I said, the wide receiver depth, I mean, you got probably the best wide receiver duo in the game. But the depth after that, It's just not looking that good. On to the defense, man. This is what I really want to speak on, man. This defense is still up there for best defenses, man. Let's speak about it. The defensive line play. You know what it's about. Danielle Hunter, Lavelle Joseph, Everson Griffin, man. Defensive line is still pretty much elite. I mean, Daniel Hunter, he's a top 50, top 100 player. Made the top 50 in the top 100 player list this year. He's just that dude. All pro player, right? Lavelle Joseph, always been a big fan of his game. Really good nose tackle. Why do you think it's so hard to run up on the Vikings in the middle? Because Lavelle Joseph is stuffing the run. That's what he does. Everson Griffin, we know what he's about. Right? Last year dealt with a few issues, came back in the middle of the season, still made an impact. But if he can return to where he was in 2017, it's going to be scary, right? Shamar Stephen, we got to still see what's good with him. But, overall, this defensive line is still up there. I speak about the best defensive lines in the NFL, right? I spoke about the Lions, right? I was saying that the Lions probably have the best defensive line. I spoke about the Eagles, saying that this defensive line is insane. I spoke about the Rams. You still got Aaron Donald there, and the Steelers, but you can't forget about the Vikings, man. Just the fact that they have the two edges in Daniel Hunter and Everson Griffin should, scare enough people. But Lavelle Joseph, having him up the middle, this is an entire defensive line, man. For real. So that's good. On to the linebacker position. We know about Anthony Barr, man. He said that he was going to sign with the Jets. He literally said it. It looked like it was going to happen. It looked like he was going to head to New York. It looked like he was going to play in Jersey this year. But, he stayed in Minnesota. He stayed in Minnesota. Like what, I guess he felt that he could compete. He wanted one more run with the Vikings to see if they can get over the hump. So, of course, having Anthony Barr, stay on your team is going to help you out. Of course, you got Eric Kendricks at the middle linebacker position, and being Ben Gianna. I probably butchered that name. Overall, his linebacking core is solid, right? Eric Kendricks, inside middle linebacker. We know that Anthony Barr, he can get after the passer. But, overall, linebacker core is solid. It's solid. Speaking about the secondary, Harrison Smith, one of my favorite players in the NFL. I'm gonna be real, I like watching Harrison Smith play. This dude, he's an all-pro player for a reason, right? Harrison Smith, he's a strong safety that can do everything, man. He can play in the box, he can stop the run, he can rush at the passer, he's sometimes good at finding the ball. Harrison Smith is that dude, man. Possibly the best strong safety in the game. For real. So, salute to Harrison Smith. Always liked his game. Of course, star cornerback Xavier Woods. Now, last year, kind of a down year for him. But, this team, it was overall a down year for the team. So, his level of production dropped. But, when this team is heading into the right direction, it's road closed. For real, there's a reason why he was named that. This dude in 2017 was one of the best shutdown corners in the game. He really was. Now the secondary depth is still scary, man. It's still scary because we know, worst thing about the NFL, worst thing about sports overall is that there's injuries, and you can't help it. Injuries gonna happen during during the season, and the secondary depth overall is concerning. It's concerning at the least. But you got Harrison Smith and Xavier Rhodes leading the way. You got Trey Waynes and being that other cornerback opposite of Rhodes. And you got Anthony Harris as a free safety. So You know, the depth kind of concerns me. You guys did lose Andrew Scenario. I probably butchered the last name. He's now in Philadelphia. He was a really good, solid safety for y'all for a few years, but he's not there. So they're gonna need Anthony Harris to step up and make plays. I mean, they're gonna need somebody to come up and make plays. But overall, you still got Harrison Smith, you still got Xavier Rhodes, So this secondary still has to be pretty good to say the least. But that's the defense overall. This defense is still good. Is it the same that it was in 2017? I can't say so. I don't really know if I can still say that. A lot of that's gonna have to play on how good Xavier Rhodes play. And, you know, yeah, that's going to be a big part of it. Can Xavier Rhodes take out the #1 receiver for most teams, right? So, like I said, we'll see how that plays out. But the defense, in my opinion, is still good. Ranking this team, though, man, you know it's time to rank the team, man. Like I said, we spoke about the offense, we spoke about Mike Zimmer, and we spoke about the defense. Now it's time to rank this team. And, you know, this is tough, man, because, you know, last year was a disappointing year, and we know the talent that's on this team, right? We know the talent that's on this team, and it's the second year. It's Kirk Cousins' second year with the system, right? The tune a little bit on the offensive line, drafting the center. So, you know, this team is looking fully healthy going into this season. At this moment, I gotta put them in tier 2. I'm putting them in tier 2, and yo, you guys can probably tell there isn't no space in tier 2. I mean, I literally got the Lions under the tier 2 symbol. I really got no space. So I'll probably put the Vikings logo where I put the Lions at. You know, that still counts for tier 2. It's not tier 3. It is tier 2. But with that being said, this team, I mean, look, it has all the talent to be a team that comes out the NFC. I mean, the talent is there. Like I said, Kirk Cousins, he's shown that he's a good quarterback. He just has to put it all together for 4 quarters. That's the biggest issue. Now, this team has already said that they're going to run the ball a little bit more than what they did last year. So that means Dalvin Cook is going to play a huge part of his team's success. And, you know, look, this is a win now or lose all year. I mean, they're going all out for this year. They're saying pretty much if they don't win it this year, there will be some huge changes. So this is a win now or go home year. It really is. And it's a possibility if Kirk Cousins can't get it done this year, if they can't make it to the playoffs and make it really far, Kirk Cousins could be gone. Kirk Cousins, they could find a new quarterback, right? So they're gonna run it back one more time, and you know it's gonna be interesting how it plays. Like I said, the preseason game that I did see them play, Kirk Cousins looked smooth. Like it looked like they were getting things done on the offensive side. Defense looks solid, but like I said, it's just preseason, so I mean it's not too much they can go after. But this team has all the talent, but you know, throughout this entire video and actually on both sides of the field, what's been the biggest thing I said? The biggest thing I've been saying is depth, man. Depth on both sides, man. You know injuries are going to happen. And the biggest thing I've been saying is depth. Depth, it can come back. Depth can come back and haunt this team. And of course, we'll see how the offensive line play, but that's just my thoughts, man. I think this is a tier 2 team. I'm kind of skeptical, man. I could see this team overperforming and being a tier 1 team. I could see them underperforming, even being worse than what they were last year, and maybe being a tier 3, tier 4 team. I mean, I just feel kind of uncertain about the team. But we'll see how it plays out. Vikings fans, how you guys feel? Do you guys feel that y'all a tier 2 team? Do you guys feel that y'all a tier 1 team? Do you guys feel that the offensive line is going to improve? Do you guys feel that Garrett Bradbury is going to improve this offensive line overall? Do you guys feel that this defense is going to be what they were in 2017, and Xavier Rhodes is going to come back and be a top 5 corner in the NFL? Do you guys really believe that? Comment that down below. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it, man. If you guys enjoy NFL NBA content, want to see some gaming content soon, give this video a like, and if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you at it. I'm the phenomenal one, and I'm out. Deuces.